Tesla customers have long criticized the company's deadlines. This is one thing that they have consistently complained about. The company appeared to have gotten into the practice of publishing fantastic fan art, extensive specs, and possibly even footage before poofing out and leaving the public waiting. However, the business recently held a staff meeting when we were informed of a number of new projects, all of which are pointing toward a singular amazing thing. According to them, 2023 will be the year of the Tesla. In this video, we will be talking about the vehicles that Tesla is possibly releasing in 2023. Welcome to TechLux, the channel that produces the latest tech news trends from all around the world. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be up to date for our weekly uploads. If you go back a decade ago and ask the ordinary person about Tesla, all you will get is a blank stare or sporadic facts about some car nerd. But the business has quickly transformed from a low-volume novelty maker to a full-fledged trendsetter. Additionally, 4 different models regularly sell out before a shipment is even delivered. The most recent meeting the corporation held regarding their direction is just the proof we needed. But not only that, the company doesn't seem to want to stop anytime soon. This news conference is a little different from others. Although other press conferences and presentations frequently make things out to be more than they actually are, because it's an employer conference rather than a press conference. That implies that the facts presented there are genuinely done so in a serious manner, and now that the framework has been provided, it has a lot more credibility. While there is a lot of parse, there are 3 announcements that are particularly important to us. The news is primarily in the form of reports and tweets from within the conference, which essentially offers us a word-for-word reproduction of what happened. These are not 1, not 2, but 3 automobiles that Tesla plans to introduce in 2023, a year in which a lot will have happened. It's a good moment to be the largest EV producer in the world, and Tesla's new self-driving software and factories have higher sales figures. It follows that the business intends to ride the high wave to triumph. Here is the first main vehicle after that has been clarified, the Tesla Model 2. Here's the thing, Elon Musk and thus Tesla have had one of the primarily objective for a very long time. That is to make electric vehicles the primary mode of mobility. It's a basic fact that no matter how well your high-end sales are doing, the actual vehicles that sell are the Corollas and the Ford Focuses of the globe. They've been aiming to introduce a tiny form factor, low-cost vehicle, the suitable entry into their intended market. And the business intends to create exactly that with the Model 2. Before we get into more depth, did you know that the Model 2 is not automobile's real name? If you want to learn more about this car, we prepared a film on it, which I'll let you see on the channel. Many people believe that creating a Model 2 makes sense given that the Model 3 is already in production. The Model 3 name, however, was an oversight. Elon sought the term Model 3 for his elaborate plan to include Model S, Model E, Model X, and Model Y. But Ford had already claimed rights to the term, so he had to use Model 3. Anyway, bizarre digression aside, even though the automobile is the end aim, the Giga Shanghai factory is already under construction, as is the 4680 battery. Given that it is still very much development, there are good odds that it won't happen right away. In addition to the manufacturing technology, the image of the purportedly upcoming car that was leaked on the form of an official sketch is also a good indicator, because it depicts the vehicle as belonging to the more recent Model 3 and Model Y styles with soft headlights and a very futuristic appearance. It conveniently takes us to the last significant aspect of this vehicle, which is self-driving. As it turns out, the single biggest expected feature of this car will actually be the lack of features. Because in the aforementioned conference, according to Elon Musk himself, the car may actually feature the first big attempt by Tesla to make a completely autonomous vehicle. See, Tesla is not just concerned about people driving their cars. In the long term, they want to drive their cars because they want all of their cars to be fully self-driving. Although there were plans to create a Model Y without a steering wheel, they just never materialized. I don't think it's a stretch to argue that the Tesla Model 2 might be the first example of a fully autonomous vehicle given the autopilot technology that the company is developing and the huge beta program. A precise information such as the year of release is somewhat hazy because Tesla is renowned for keeping any significant initiatives under wraps. Personally, I think the vehicle is in the late stages of development, and if all goes according to plan, we could see it as early as 2023. Number 2, a Tesla van. Despite of its geekiness, one of Tesla's most secretive projects is the robo-vehicle. That does not, however, imply that it won't be a contender in 2023. You see, among the Tesla enthusiasts, there is a persistent myth that Elon and his firm are secretly working with a plan to establish extensive public transportation. And although Musk confirmed in the past that a Tesla van was highly likely to materialize, he didn't name it specifically. There have been many signs in the past. However, there are 2 facts that give us reason to believe it is approaching. First, the conference speakers, and second, the newest self-driving technology. Regarding the latter, The conference and the knowledge that they not only intend to hold it, but also it would be tailored for those with disabilities has likely been the largest revelations. This wonderfully ties into the following statement, which is that Tesla probably won't make their van drivable. Instead, it will function as a fully autonomous vehicle that will assume responsibility for all aspects of public transit across the nation, from providing simple transportation for the young and old to simply being a convenient way to commute. The company's entry into the market for public cars will begin in this van. And lastly, the Cybertruck. Yes, the Cybertruck is somewhat out of date now, but technically speaking, we still know very little about the actual truck in real life. In addition, it was clear from now iconic presentation that the car was still very much a prototype at that time, and its release will not be considered a minor event. And appropriately enough, we do have some rather juicy news on that. The body of the Cybertruck, which is composed of steel rather than aluminum like the other Tesla automobiles, is what most distinguishes it from other models. This gives it greater strength and all-around robustness, and as a result, the corporation has to delay its delivery since its lack of necessary steel. However, at the same time, SpaceX appeared with their own requirement for a steel factory for its Starship rocket. Elon is pooling funds to create a steel facility, which is fantastic news for both Tesla and SpaceX because it essentially means that more effective shipping and other excellent stuff. The Gigafactory in Texas, which is also starting to take off, is another option in addition to the steel factory itself. Why is that important, you ask? Well, it's because that's where the truck will really be manufactured. And according to its official website, production of the Cybertruck will begin in 2022, with the steel facility anticipated to begin operations in late 2021. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you enjoyed today's content. Please do subscribe if you aren't already and hit that like button in order to see more awesome videos from us in the future.